In this video I will completely rebuild n55 from scratch, and you will see the process of that. So guys, I'm going to display why BMW n55 engines fail. So the main reason why the people have rod bearings spun, it is because of this solenoid. So it's very weird problem that BMW made for BMW owners. They installed this solenoid. This is electrical valve, electrical oil valve solenoid, which control the oil pressure in the oil system. Although the oil pump has a mechanical valve which drop the pressure, they put this additional valve. N55 engine, which I rebuilt already, and I'm gonna show you where it's located. It's located right here. So it goes here, and this solenoid drop the pressure on the low RPM and on the high RPM. So here is under this valve oil pan located the oil pump, and there is oil line from this area which go directly to the oil pan. So the oil pump build the pressure, but this solenoid drop this pressure. This all happens because they decided to make this engine more efficient. So what I mean efficient? So usually the previous this n55 engine is based on previous n52 engine. So it is the technology that BMW used on this engine is maybe almost 80% same. So, and they add the direct injection in this engine, and they add this solenoid. So I'm gonna show you the here's the oil pump. Yeah, and this pump like old pumps has mechanical solenoid, the spring and the piston which control the pressure. So if you spin the engine like faster, so this valve control the pressure. So but they add additional solenoid here. What will happen if this solenoid will be locked in some opened position? So it will constantly drop the pressure. So even the ECU will not know about this problem. So, and it will be too late. So you will have the rod bearing spun. So what happened if this solenoid is always open? It drop the pressure always, and you have low pressure into the in whole system. So your rod bearing spun, you have immediately rod bearing spun, and also you will have the problem with the camshaft. So here is I'm gonna show you. I have opened head. So here is the intake side. So usually the intake side have big wear. This engine doesn't have, because this engine didn't have rod bearing spun. So it looks not so bad actually. This Volvotronic spring push the intake camshaft to the intake manifold side, and in some cases the intake camshaft welds to these caps, so you have wear. You will not receive enough oil because of that solenoid, and you will have wear on these caps, and you will have misfire because the camshaft will jump. Why and when that happens? So although the people change the oil very often on these engines, it will not help this problem. Funny story was with the engine which had 55,000 miles. The guy came to me in order to rebuild the engine, and he told that he went to the Firestone here in California in order to change the oil, and they called him that your engine unfortunately is locked. So he came and picked up, of course, the car, and he claimed he had a lot of problem with the Firestone. They didn't pay him, and they didn't rebuild the engine. So I took that engine apart, and I found out that the engine intake camshaft welded to the intake camshaft caps. I knew about this problem personally. I found out this problem maybe 2 years ago, when one friend of mine who fixed the n55 engines and BMW engines every day, he told that when you change the oil on the n55 engine, you need to unscrew whole 6 spark plugs, and after you change the oil, you need to unscrew all 6 spark plugs and crank the engine maybe, and don't start the engine, just crank, like press the button and crank the engine maybe 5 minutes in order to build the pressure. So, and in order to push the whole air from the oil lines. Why that happens? So when you change the oil, the whole oil galleries lines are empty, and when you and this solenoid drop the pressure on the low RPM and on the high RPM for consumption. And when you drain the oil, put new oil, you start your car. But this solenoid doesn't know about that you change the oil, and this solenoid don't know that the whole oil gallery is empty, and this solenoid drop the pressure. So this solenoid, when you start the car, your solenoid opens and drop the pressure. So you cannot build the pressure very fast, and maybe 3-5 minutes, and your engine will have rod bearing span. I personally know about this issue, and I told that guy that this is not his fault. This is fault actually Firestone, that they didn't know about this issue. Why BMW dealer doesn't have this issue? I also found out the problem, the answer. BMW dealer don't drain the oil. BMW dealer suck the oil from the engine, and this is completely another technology. And I know a lot of dealers here in California, Sacramento. They go to if they need to change the oil, they go to the dealer, pay them money. So if something will happen with the engine, BMW dealer will be responsible for the rod bearing span or for some problem, and they will replace the engine. But the Firestone and another cheap shops, maybe they don't know about this issue, and they will not pay you for the new engine. There is few solution what you can do with the solenoid. Usually this is one line, this is second line. This is the first line is responsible for dropping the oil into the oil pan. So what I usually do, I use the metal plate, because there is clearance. As you can see, there is clearance. There is about 1 millimeter. So I put the metal plate, I wrap the metal plate, and after that I wrap the wire and weld it together, and it will be always locked, and install the solenoid back into the engine, and the engine will never have rod bearing span. Also, what you can do, you can unplug the connector and the angel and this solenoid, when you don't have connection, to this solenoid, this solenoid will be always closed if it was working before. For example, this solenoid is just opened because it's bad solenoid. So if you install brand new or good user solenoid, it should be closed. So you can unplug and drive without that connection. You will not have a check engine light, but if you will connect the computer, it will show you that this connector is disconnected. So when you will sell the car, the next owner will read the car, will find out that this connector is disconnected, we'll put it back, and we'll have rod bearing span. So this is also not good idea. Another good idea is to replace this solenoid every 20,000 miles. This is good idea, but you will have chance that you will have rod bearing span. Yep. So guys, if you will go to the FCP Europe, this is very, very good European shop which sell the parts for the European vehicle. They will write about the oil pump, that the oil pump is bad on N55 engines, but it is not true. So BMW N55, N54 and N52 engines have very, very similar oil pump. What I mean? So guys, here is the central part of the oil pump, and these flaps pump the oil, and this part is 100% same as an N52, N55 and N54 engines, but only N55 engine has rod bearing span, although the pump is almost 100% same. I mean, this part is 100% same, but there is valve. I mean, the technology is 100% same. So there is no difference between these pumps. All means that yeah, this is not the bad oil pump. This is something different, and the difference is that they put this solenoid in first time in 55 engine, and that solenoid make a lot of problem. So you will have if that solenoid is bad or going bad, you will have low pressure on the rod bearing span, main bearing span, oil pump, a vacuum pump, turbocharger, intake camshaft, of course an exhaust camshaft, also the two vanos. So these all components will go bad because of this solenoid. If you will lock this solenoid on your engine without rod bearing span, if your engine runs very good, and also Valvatronic, I forget to mention Valvatronic, also Valvatronic more will have wear, and Valvatronic shaft also will have wear. If you will lock this solenoid on the low mileage, or if the engine will good, you can lock the solenoid, and the engine will be much reliable than N52 and N20. So this is very good engine. Without this solenoid, it will be maybe the best one. It will be the same as B58. B58 engine doesn't have this problem because the B58 engine has completely different oil pump. It is bigger, and this solenoid is relocated to another place. So they changed all the oil galleries, they changed the block, they completely changed the engine. So B58 engine don't have this problem. So yeah, so this is, yeah guys, this is news about this solenoid, and this is safe. I done this job maybe 20 times on different cars, on my car, on customer cars, and it works perfectly. I have also very funny story. So I took maybe 30 engines apart and 55 engines apart, and in maybe 70% the intake camshaft has wear because of that solenoid, because the engine head is the last part which receive the oil. So the intake camshaft had a lot of scoring, and the intake caps had also a lot of scoring. When I was rebuilding the engine, I didn't have good intake camshaft because brand new cost $1,000. I installed the used one and decided, so after maybe when I will find good used intake camshaft, I will replace that. Also, I locked that solenoid. For which dropped the pressure. 1 month later, we decided to replace the intake camshaft. We unscrewed the caps. We took off the intake camshaft, and it was funny to see that the intake camshaft was polished, and the caps also was polished, and it was better, maybe 50% better than before. So that is also the proof that the head received enough oil, and all companies will work very good. Yeah, so you can buy used engine, install lock this solenoid, and you will never have problems with the rod bearing span. Yeah. So you guys, if you will go to the copper, you will find out that there are a lot of cars with the mechanical problem, but actually they have. Who will bring the car with the mechanical problem and sell it for cheap? Only if the engine is bad, and if the engine costs a lot of money, and repair that also costs a lot of money. So if you go to the copper, you will see a lot of cars, and people are buying and thinking that maybe they will replace the spark plugs and the engine will run good. No, that is not a good idea. So they buy the engine from the junkyard. Yeah, you can check actually if you buy the engine from the junkyard, you can unscrew the intake camshaft caps, maybe few of them, and check the wear on the intake camshaft caps. Or you can unscrew take the oil pan off and unscrew few of the connecting rod caps. We can see the condition of the rod bearing. So in that situation, you will understand in what condition is the engine. Some people think that the main also to answer the question, some people say me, could you please tell me, did you measure the compression and all about that? So fortunately, these engines don't have problem with the intake and exhaust valves, and they don't have this problem. So usually you don't have compressor leak or something. Usually you will have wear on the intake camshaft and wear on the rod bearings. As you can see, guys, changing the oil on the n55 engine very often will not help. It will also cause the big problem, and you can have rod bearing span, fortunately. So yeah, like I told, I have a lot of engines with the low mileage with the rod bearing span. This is my experience, this is my opinion, so you can trust, you cannot trust, it's your choice. I just mostly I help the people with that. So yeah, bye. So the guy brought me, the dealer brought me the n55 engine with the 55k miles, which had rod bearing span. Also, I unscrewed a few of the caps. It has scoring on the journals, the intake camshaft. Yeah, the engine is in very good condition. No carbon deposit here. So the guy was changing the oil, but it died because of this solenoid. So here is my second project. Also, I bought the core in order to rebuild. So it's as usual, I have rod bearing span. Yeah, here's, as you can see, rod bearing span. The bearings welded to the crankshaft. Yeah, so the crankshaft will be fixed or replaced. We'll see. Brand new. We will install new connecting rod balls. We will replace the piston rings from Germany, install this very good company. Kolben Schmidt bearings, engine head bolts will be L-ring. Yeah, it is bad, very very bad, very bad. It is serious problem. It has serious problem. I'm gonna show you how it should look at least with the 100,000 miles. It should look like this, guys. It should look like this because of this stupid solenoid. You have here this problem. 55k miles, 100k miles. So this engine didn't have rod bearing span. It's good, but this 55 rod bearing span, and you have also low pressure in whole system. So whole system in the engine needs to be checked, guys. In this video I will completely rebuild n55 from scratch, and you will see the process of that. What we have here n55 engine with the very low mileage, 55,000 miles, with the rod bearing span. So first step, you need to completely disassemble the engine. Before washing you need to do the cleaning. So you need to take the blade and prepare the surface here. Okay, first you need to take the blade like this and clean with this angle. Don't do this, don't clean like that. You need to very gently with this angle clean all silicone and all seal in this gap and in this surface. On inside you need to clean this gap so completely, because it needs to be sealed properly. Next step, you need to take the Scotch-Brite and clean it. Why you need to do that? Because the bed plate twist the crankshaft, and if you will have some material here, you will not able to properly to torque the crankshaft. Also, don't take the sandpaper, just the Scotch-Brite, and like that clean the surface also here. This is actually also very important. There could be a little bit material, dirt or burnt oil, and you need to clean that. Prepare that also. As you can see, we have a lot of old material, head gasket. Take the blade, and as you can see, you can work very gently and clean the surface. There is special BMW sells special tool for that. Next step, guys, you need to take the Scotch-Brite after you clean with the blade. You can take the Scotch-Brite and slowly and gently clean this black. As you can see, there are a lot of like black dirt. Actually, you can finish with the blade, but I personally like to use the Scotch-Brite to make it like 100% good. So you can see, guys, it works very nice. It works perfectly, so you have flat finish. Yeah. So guys, go around everywhere in all areas between these gaps. Don't be crazy, just make it smooth, and that's it. So guys, this is how the surface looks after I clean it. So it's very nice and clean. So next step, I will wash the engine. So I need to unscrew the nozzle. I will take them off because they could have very small pieces of the rod bearing inside them. So I need to check if they don't have that, and I will replace them. Maybe we'll see. I will need to first. I need to check them. Also, we have bed plate. It also needs to be cleaned right now. So next step, I will clean this bed plate, and after that, I will wash them together. So guys, we have here our bed plate. it also needs to be cleaned. So first take the blade, and you can see we have here the old silicone, which needs to be cleaned like that. Okay guys, next I need to take again the Scotch Brite and clean it like that. So here just you need to clean the surface like that. So guys, as you can see, we washed the engine, and it looks amazing. So I cleaned all the dirt. Also cleaned the bed plate, got it right here. Also I cleaned the oil pan and this units. So we will need to, maybe we will need to refresh the cylinder hole. So as you can see, we have here at the top we have some carbon deposits a little bit also, which needs to be cleaned. As you need new horn. Here's the difference. As you can see, the result, this looks much better. So this is few seconds. You don't go crazy, like just a little bit. As you can see, I done off this first cylinder, and I will do all of them, and they will look like this. So we have here brand new horn, which will hold the oil, and the engine will don't consume the oil. So guys, you need to clean with the acetone the surface here. All the surface needs to be cleaned with the acetone. It should be it should be perfectly clean, especially here in this bearings seats. There shouldn't be any old material, any dirt, nothing. It should be 100% clean, because if it will not be clean, you will have issue, you will have problems. So it should be 100% clean. So take the acetone or some parts cleaner and clean it 100%. After that, we will install the spray nozzle for the pistons, or nozzle for the oil for the piston lubrication. You can open it and blow here. If you will see some material, so this nozzles needs to be replaced, because this it could lock the oil flowing, and you will not have lubrication on the cylinder, and the cylinder walls will be done very soon. So guys, very important, needs to this nozzles needs to be checked. You can check the just blow the air and check, because my engine didn't have big rod bearing issue, so it just welded, and we don't have in the oil a lot of metal shavings, so we are good. So we will just install these nozzles back, but I will check all of them. I will 100% check all of them, because if there will be some material, it will be very bad. So guys, you can put the screwdriver here flat, bright, or some tools, and tight it. As you can see, I tied it without any problems. Okay. The ISTA, and the ISTA says that this nozzle needs to be torqued with the 12 Newton meters. So we have here 12 Newton meters. Install it here and check. Oh, it turns. So we need to check all of them. Opa, 12 Newton meters. I will install brand new main bearings, brand new rod bearings, and here's our bed plate. Needs to be cleaned with the acetone. Use the acetone because here we will have the sealant. The silicone will go around the bed plate, so the bed plates needs to be washed, and after that, very important, it needs to be cleaned with the acetone. Yeah, because there should be any oil here. There should be any oil. It should be dry and 100% perfect. So we cleaned all the materials, dirt, and all the stuff. So now we're ready to install the bearings. Here is very important information. If you had rod bearing span, you could have damaged crankshaft. The crankshaft usually overheats on the journals and it bends. While it bends, it damaged the cylinder plate. So as you can see, these plates are very thin. Make sure that your bed plate is okay, it doesn't bend. So just install the crankshaft, don't install bed plate. Install the bearings, lubricate them, and if you can spin the crankshaft. As you can see by hand, if it spins, you can feel it. So if the cylinder block is bent, you will feel how the crankshaft bites. So in some areas it will not work, it will not spin easily. Yeah, also if you want to install original bearings, here is the information in the ISTA. You need to find ISTA, and the cylinder block, here are the numbers, and the crankshaft, and there are numbers, so you will know. So here also are on the crankshaft the numbers, and you will match the main bearings. The ISTA says to use the plastic gauge in order to measure the clearance between the crankshaft. I will not do that because I will install standard bearings, and I'm 100% sure that it will work. So I will not spend time using that stuff. But for you who do the engine rebuild first time, my suggestion is to use the plastic gauge. Here's the thing. We have here our silicone. So I like this silicone because it's not very, it's very good for this job. So you can buy it JB Weld Ultimate Black. So gasket maker sealant. This worked perfectly. Every time I use brand new nozzle for that, and so guys, here is, I applied the silicone. You can see that I applied just a little bit, very small amount of silicone. So as you can see, not a lot, a little bit. And after you will install the plate, it will squeeze, and this silicone will go from this place to the out and from inside. So if you apply too much, you will have here a lot of silicone. And the question is, will this stuff work? Yes, it works. It works perfectly. Why? Because if you will go to the original ISTA, right now in 2023, this ISTA original BMW program don't require this spray nozzle installation. You can do this way. Seriously, it's originally you can install the bed plate using this method. Why? Because actually it works on very well on another engines. Not only BMW have this way, and this way of installation, this silicone and all the stuff. A lot of another cars using this method. So if you want 100% be sure about that, you can, of course, you can buy original spray injections, all this tools and liquid. But if you don't want waste time and money, just buy for 13 bucks this JB Weld, especially if you assemble a lot of engines, and you will be good. So don't worry about that, just apply a little bit of silicone here and you will be good. Well, the crankshaft, you can install this bed plate. Guys, as you can see, at the bottom we have here a hole, and I'm gonna show you my finger here. You can see my finger right there. So we have here less material. So some people are struggling trying to tie this. If you will go to the forums, you will find out that some people struggling to tie this cylinder block. And this is the true. So we have here the hole. So we have here more material, more aluminum thicker. Here we have hole. So my suggestion, if you go for the center, begin from the thicker side. So this one the first, and the second with the hole here. Then you go here again. You go here again to the thicker side, and then to the weaker side. So always begin with the side without the hole. So begin here always, and you will be good. If after that you will tie the crankshaft, and it will not spin easily, so you can release them again and begin try to use different methods. So you can begin from here, then you will go here, then here. So you can try a few methods. So not from the center, you can go, for example, from this side, because here we don't have hole in this plate. Also, we don't have a hole here, so you can begin tightening this plate from the sides to the center. It works in some cases. So in my case, I don't have bent bed plate, so I hope it will work from the center. So first, tight the balls a little bit. Tight the balls like you can tie it with the finger. And begin the tightening. Okay guys, 20 newton meters to the 20 newton meters. Yes, first it's tightened. So you can use the marker to mark them. You can mark them so you can see which one is finished, because after that you will need to tighten with the angle, and you will see that all of them are torqued, because you can forget. Okay, good. 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 And the last one. So we have first step done. So next you need to check the crankshaft. After you done first step, 20 newton meters, you can check the crankshaft, spin it, so you will see that it doesn't bite. It works perfectly. It spins perfectly. And so after you torqued all the balls, you need to torque them with the angle. So you can install. We need to go from the 0 to the 70, and slowly from the 0 to the 70. From the 0 to the 70 again. 70 here, good. Again from the 0 to the 70. 70 here, good. From the 0 to 70, good. Next we go here. From the 0 to the 70. Again, we need more 70. From the 0 to 70. Good. Here. Zero to 70. Good. 0 to 70. Relocate it. The 0 to 70. The 0 270. Good. Zero 70 here. 0 to 70. Good. And we have here two last bolts from 0 to 70. From 0 to 70 degree. Good. So we tied all the bolts. Now time to check. Oh yeah, it works good. It spins very good. It is good. So you install these bolts. So this long for this area where you can use special tool to install this bolt, actually, because my feeders don't go there. Here also, here is so small area. Okay, it is installed. Good. So we have three different type of bolts. So the short and thick, thin and long, and thick and long. So, and the torque specification are for the as you can see, for the 8 millimeters, 10 millimeters thickness and 27 millimeters long, goes with the 50 Newton meters plus 90 degree. Same story with the 10 millimeters thickness and 41 millimeters long, goes 50 Newton meters plus 90 degree. And the bolt M8 8 millimeters with the 37 millimeters long, goes 8 millimeters 90 degree. So two of them have same specification and one of them have different. So I am gonna explain. So these bolts goes 50 Newton meters plus 90 degree. These bolts. Also this thick also goes with the same torque specification. Only these bolts, these 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, goes first 8 Newton meters plus 90 degree. This also, this and this. All other bolts here and inside here goes with the 50 Newton meters plus 90 degree. So guys, what we have here, so we need to install 50 Newton meters of torque range for the 50 Newton meters and slowly tie them. After you tie it, you need to mark it, because if you will not, in some point you will forget which one was torqued, and after that, you know what happened, guys? You will try to tie it second time and it will break, because it's aluminum. You will not even feel it. You will break them. So every time, each bolt, my suggestion to mark. Just go like the circle. So next we will need to go 90 degree of angle. So 90. Don't do it very hard, carefully, because they break so easy. 90. Oh yeah. And now, because of the mark, you see that it is torqued to the angle, because I do the marks straight. So now I see that the bolt is torqued. I torque all of the bolts. They torque to with the angle. So you can see I didn't forget anything, so it's fine. And now time to spin it. It should spin much better. Yeah, like I thought, it spins. Look guys, very easy. We are good. At the sides we have here carbon deposit. The best way to clean it, take the Scotch Brite, clean it. Don't clean here because it is special Nicosil, so don't clean it here, only at the top. So guys, if you have bad piston rings, because my piston rings has only 55,000 miles, usually I replace them because they are bad, especially the lower one. But because mine have very low mileage, I will just leave it like that. And there is no carbon deposit in the gaps. You can see there is no carbon deposit, guys, in the piston ring seat. So there is no gaps. There is no carbon deposit. So what you need to do, you need to install this first gap. Don't install it here, because the piston, when it go up, it move the direction. So you need to install the gap over here, and the other gap you can install 100 degree here. Most important, don't install it in this, because the piston moves like that. The piston doesn't move like that, only to side. So next we need to use the glasses. Protection very important, because you can lose your eyes. And you will need, so what we have here, at the top we have here QR code and the arrow. It shows the direction, so it shows the direction to the first cylinder. So if you have the arrow pointing that direction, it means it goes to the front side of the engine. So this is cylinder number 6. I marked all of them. So we have, at the 6th cylinder, we have rod bearing span. So what we need to do, we need to replace the piston themselves. As you can see, it's good condition. Even this Nicosil is in good condition. So we will replace just the connecting rod. I had connecting rods from the other car, but very important thing is that the pistons have weight. Here next to the QR code, we have, beside the QR code, we have the weight 83
0.996. So very important, because the piston have all balanced into the engine. So very important, if you replace the piston, you need to see the numbers here, but usually are almost perfect. Take off this this ring. You need to take something like that. Oh, it can flow into the air. Be careful with that. Oh yeah, we took it off. So yep, yeah, so we have QR code. So if you will install the QR code, also we have QR code at the piston here, and we have QR code at the connecting rod. So it's very important, don't install like that. So you need to install like it was before. Here, good connecting rod without rod bearing span, and we will install it back to the place. Okay, good. And so it back on the place. So QR code match the piston, and we will need to install this spring back. It is more difficult than it was before. You need to be careful about that. I will try to use the screwdriver. It should work actually, yeah, without any problems. Yes, a little bit more. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty easy to install it, this ring back. So we have connecting rod, match the pistons, and good, it's back. It's good to install. Staying with the rod bearing span goes into the garbage. The surface here, so we need the Scotch-Brite to clean it a little bit here, because here could be old material from the rod bearing, all the dirt, and the top also you can use there. Yeah, next, clean the piston from the Scotch-Brite. So guys, what we have here? We have here King rod bearings. Yeah, important stuff is that they have mark of them. They have information that they are standard. So you need to go here. You can find STD, what means that this bearing is standard, have standard measurement. There should be any dirt. Yeah, there are two upper and two lower. So we need upper. Always check if it's standard, because I heard sometimes they put wrong bearings. So install it. Like that. So yeah, as you can see, it's easy. Then use lubrication here. Lubricate it. Next, you need to install so they don't go they don't should be in one line, so this gap don't should be in one line. So next we need to check the direction, the CD direction. Take this tool, special tool for that. Also we will lubricate this tool, this thing. I don't have good hammer, unfortunately. I lost it somewhere. We install all of the pistons. We tied it with the finger. So as you can see, it is flat, so there is no gap, because so in order to install this cap properly, you can match them, and you see that there is because there will be no crack, no gap, so it's 100% installed. So yeah, you can check it here. So it should be 100% matched. So next we will torque them to the spec. So we have here our program. So guys, we will torque the rod bolts, rod bearings. First we need to torque to the 20 Newton meters and 2 ties 70 degree. 20 Newton meters. So guys, next we need to do the angle. Super. So guys, we torqued all of the bolts, the connecting rod bolts, and next step will be the engine head. So you can see I done the pistons. Next step will be the head. So I need to disassemble front camshaft, intake camshaft. I need to disassemble the springs, and I need to check if the engine head has damage, because I see the scoring on this cap. So I need to disassemble them, and I will realize in what condition is this head. Guys, here's the engine head. As you can see, the view of the intake camshaft has rust. The intake valve has rust, so I need to check them if they need to be replaced. First that you need to do, you need to mark them. 3, 4. So after I press this tool, the valve, I need to use the magnet to take off this thing, this small stuff.
There is two of them. And they needs to be properly installed. They have like bottom and upper side. Side is wider, and the lower side is not wide. So there's two of them. Install this tool. Take off this tool. Take off the spring. It was number 3. I'm gonna push it a little bit and see if there is a rust. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you how does the intake port look like after 100 kilometer. So check this out guys, this is insane. So we took the one of the valve and I'm gonna show you how to grind it in your own garage. So it's so easy. Yeah, the valve needs to be cleaned, could be cleaned, but don't touch this. I'm gonna show you. Here is very small how to check the valve. It's so easy. I'm gonna show you now. Here is, you will see, it is very small, about 2 millimeter, like working surface. Only 2 millimeter, so you can see that. And we will grind it. We will make it 100% fit. And also I'm gonna show you how does it looks here. Yeah, here also you can see there is a little bit of rust. It's also 2 millimeter of working surface. But first, after you cleaned a little bit there the seat a little bit, you need to put the compound on the valve. There shouldn't be a lot of compound because this compound is pretty heavy. So few dots on the surface, on the working surface, which is about, like I told, few dots, not a lot. You don't need to put a lot of compound. So then you can, with the finger, like apply this a little. You don't need to put a lot. Then you need to put it back. So guys, as you can see, I grinded it. It has nice flush surface, and here it also looks good. I'm gonna show you now. So guys, here's before. As you can see, there are a lot of small corrosion. You see the surface, it has small corrosion. Here is grinded surface. So this is very important, cool stuff. Yeah, I use this Permatex grinding compound. It works perfectly. So I received very nice matte surface, very equal. It looks good. So guys, here is the difference between old valve steam seal and brand new one. So you see that this valve has much bigger hole, so it holds, but also it is very hard. As you can see, the brand new one should be very soft, and it's soft. And the hole is much bigger here, so this is the wire. Unfortunately. So guys, this is n55 engine, and this is how I am replacing the valve stem seals. Tools for that, usually they are pretty hard, so they're pretty hard, and the engine will consume the oil because they are hard. So I'm using aftermarket oil stem seals. They are pretty good. So guys, I do the valve grinding. Yeah. I use the drill. It works very good. It's just so I use, and I need to grind all of them.
This is special tool for this spring. You can do your own tool. It is possible. I saw many people do that. They just from some handle they do this special tool. It's very easy, but if you can buy aftermarket one for 70 bucks if you fix the engines a lot. If you don't, you can try to create your own, and in order to save the money, tight this this bolt. After that, you need to press it together. So now it is locked, and the last step, you need to unscrew this bolt at the top. Okay, let's unscrew it. After you unscrew the bolt, next step you need to you need to release the spring, then release this bolt, and it is out. So we release the spring. If you will not release the spring and try to unscrew, it may damage the camshaft, and it could damage the caps. So my suggestion is always unscrew this bolt. The camshaft is done. So we will unscrew it. We'll see what condition it is. So we need to be 100% sure that it is. Yeah, we have a lot of scoring, so they all go into the garbage. So, so guys, as you can see, these journals are in perfect condition. Only the camshaft needs to be replaced. As you can see, the camshaft is very bad. The camshaft needs to be replaced. So guys, what we have here? So we have caps which are in very good shape. I'm gonna show you now. So I washed them. As you can see, there is no, you don't feel anything in the fingernail. They're very good shape. So you need to also apply assembly lube. This is very important, because if you will not do that, it will, after first start, it will die. So the bolts you can reuse without any problems. Number 5. You also lubricate the camshaft. The camshaft needs to lubricate that. Caps and camshaft, we need to torque them with the 9 Newton meters or 8.8 Newton meters. Camshaft, we need to install the spring back into the place. This is very important. How to, so the spring is in. To take the spring off, it's very easy. You need to to release like that and install it like that here. Yeah, it should sit like that. After that, you need to open your tool, install it here like that, tight it here. After you tight it, you need to squeeze it, install it into the place, and screw the bolt in. Okay, good. Installed. After that, you need to open the tool and then screw this bolt.
Install the rocker arms properly, because they don't sit properly. Yeah, we need to put them into the proper place. Okay, good. This doesn't sit. Up. This doesn't sit properly. This sits properly. Up. Go like that. If you will not do this, you can destroy your engine. Look, all springs should sit properly. So go and check if all of the stuff sitting on the properly. So as we can see, it sits properly. Oh, this one more has to be up. Yeah, you hear that click? It means it is installed. Oh yeah, this one also.
This is my brand new gasket. So this surface is prepared, and this is L-ring standard engine head gasket, and I am going to explain why. We just put it at the top. You need to check if the guides are in good condition. These guides should be damaged. They should be in good condition. We have here torque specification for the brand new bolts. Yeah, we will install brand new bolts for the engine head, because I know some people can use reuse the bolts. They know how to torque them, and they feel that the torque, and they can reuse them, but it's very tight, so I don't have this feeling to reuse the ball. So what we have also, we have here special tool to check the engine head if it is flat or not. So this is special plate. It costs $100 about. So what you need to do before doing anything, you need to put this plate on the surface of the engine head, and here's the special tool for that, and check if the engine head is flat, is not bent. If it's not bent, you have two opportunities. Go to the machine shop and just grind it a little bit in order to clean the old gasket. So you will not take a lot of material, and you can install a standard gasket. So if you have had rod bearing span, you need to unscrew the exhaust camshaft and see if there are some damage. So I already done this job, so I already unscrewed the exhaust camshaft, and I checked the journals, and they are good, they are perfect. Clean the ports in the intake ports. We clean them. I don't have walnut blasting. I have the guy who do this job, but I had the special. I bought at the Harbor Freight this brush, and I clean plastic brush, and I clean them. They're good. They're perfect enough. They're good enough. So, and we can install it. Yep. Head, it's very heavy, so guys, you need to ask someone else to put it on top on the engine head. Yeah, not top on the engine head. So yeah, it looks like that. Also, before you install your engine head, you need to spin your intake camshaft. So QR code should be at the top. This also we will later after we will tie the engine head, we will release these springs, this Voltronic, and we will spin the intake camshaft to the proper position. We install engine head, so we have here at the rear flywheel. We installed our tool here. We lock the flywheel with this tool, so we know that first cylinder and the sixth cylinder is at the top, and right now we will install these washers for the bolts, brand new bolts. This bolts needs to be needs oil here and at the head. So we have big washers, small washers. Small washers go here and at the end. So this is big washer. I usually like to install with the magnet. So I use magnet tool like that. So it works perfectly. Yeah. Works very fast with the magnet. Okay. No, it's small. It was small. Small goes here. Don't drop him like that. Just carefully put them on the place because you can damage the thread. So what we have here, bolts, heel bolts here, and all bolts are installed. And I'm going to screw them with my ratchet. I will not tie them, so just pre-tie them a little bit. Then I'm going to tie them with the torque specification. Have here, we need to torque these bolts with the 30 Newton meters. These bolts go, we need to torque them with the 22 Newton meters, and this is for round. The round number 2 is to torque these bolts with the 90 Newton meters, with the 90 degree of angle. So we will not torque these bolts with the angle. And the last step is 180. So here, as you can see, 30 Newton meters, 30 Newton meters, and 22 Newton meters. 90, 90, 180, 180. So these bolts, as you can see, M9, we will not torque with the angle. So that's it. Also, what I will do, I will mark all of the bolts here, so we will know which go first. So first, this is 13, this is 7, 5, 7, 5, 1, 3, 9, 11. This bolt 12, this bolt 10, this bolt 4, this bore 2, this bolt 6, this bolt 8, this bolt 14. So let's start it up. So we will begin with the number 1. Good. Good. Number 3. Number 4. Five. 6. 7. It was 5. 7 was here. Yeah. Good. 7, 8. 9. 9. Just 10. Then it's here. Then 11 is here. Eleven, 12. Thirteen. And 14. Okay, good. This bolt needs to be torqued to the 22. can see, guys, we have here 22. Okay, good. Here. Here. And this one. The last step with the 180 degree is very difficult, so don't try to tie it with the regular wrench. You need something like that. So I bought from the Harbor Freight this braking bar, and I'm using pipe from the car jack. It's very strong, and these bits, and I was able to tie it properly with a 180 degree of angle. And now the head sits properly, so also you need to rotate the camshaft to the top, so the QR code should be at the top. So you can see here is the QR code 1, QR code here. Here's the second QR code, should be at the top. Here we have locking pin. So it's very difficult to install. Actually, when the engine is in, when the engine is out, you can see how it is installed. But it should be installed properly, very important. Yeah, they have here a lot of stuff which needs to be done. Yeah, we need to take this cover off, take the vacuum pump and check it. Yeah, good. It's not locked. You need to check if it is locked. You need to replace this stuff because there could be pieces of metal inside. So make sure that this stuff is not locked. Yeah, it goes like that. Also guys, 8 Newton meters. I will do it by hand. I feel when it stops and I don't ever tight. So but for you guys for who don't have experience, 8 or 9 Newton meters. Yeah, it looks good. Need to check this valve. You need to check this valve because usually it is bad. We'll see. Yeah, it looks good. You can check it. It should. You can check it. It should go. You can blow in one side. In another side, it should hold the vacuum. Also with these valves, guys, it should go in one side. You can blow in one side, and in back it shouldn't go. So if you have 2013, you will not have this valve, because this valve goes for the control, for the vacuum actuator control, and this is for the brakes. But if you have 2014, you will not have this valve, because turbocharger has electronic actuator, electronic actuator. Yeah, and we have here second generation fuel pump. This is the first generation fuel pump. This is difference between old generation and new generation. Also, you have 4 types of or 5 types of fuel injectors: EU5, EU6, with different mounting. And the difference between second and third generation is that we have here, it's the second generation of the n55. We have here tensioner with the oil fitting. As you can see, there is a hole for the oil, and if you will try to swap, if you will try to install vacuum pump, it will not work, because first generation doesn't have hole here. And oh yeah, perfect. Now we need to unscrew this bolt. It's very difficult in order to take off the vacuum pump. We'll see, guys. It should work. So guys, we need to install this stuff here. We need to take the screwdriver, put it there as deep as possible, hold it properly, and it is so difficult every time, guys. It is insane usually. Oh yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. So guys, don't try to unscrew this bolt with the impact gun. It will not work at all. So guys, don't try to unscrew this bolt using the impact gun. It will jump and you will destroy the bolt. Good. So next we need to unscrew these bolts, these 3 bolts, and we will push it back, this pump. To install this, Unscrew it here. Unscrew it here. So we unscrewed this stuff, and after that, guys, put the screwdriver here. It will go. Oh yeah, that's fine. Need to disassemble the this vacuum pump in order to check it. So we'll so here we have our vacuum pump. I don't know what we have so weird damage here. I don't know, but it doesn't look good. So what we have here, this part doesn't have any damage, looks good, very good, but we have here some damage right there. I don't know how that's happened, where this damage come from, but we will replace the vacuum pump, unfortunately. So guys, this stuff is much better condition. We will install this one because it doesn't have damage like this one. So I have second used vacuum pump. We will clean it now and install this housing, because this housing has a lot of scratches. Yeah, so you can see the scratches here, and this one. That. So guys, we need to clean it. After that, we need a little bit of oil inside, so we'll pour the oil in the vacuum pump. Yeah. I need to lubricate it. Good. After we clean all surfaces, we will assemble it. Yeah, looks good now. If you will not do that, the person will not have brakes. So this is very important part of the rebuild. Good. Should go like that. Here is the guides. So yes, too tight with the 8 Newton meters or by hand. So guys, next we need to pure the oil here. Also we need lubrication there. Goes in, yeah. So yeah, we installed the vacuum pump. Now we need to tighten it. So guys, I will tie it by hand. I don't know exact torque specification. It should be 9 Newton meters around, or 10. I don't know. Oh yeah. And if you want, you can apply the, because these bolts have thread locker, you can apply thread locker. Good. So, yep, we installed our vacuum pump, and we will install this gear back, or better, we will close it later. Yeah, we will install this gear, definitely. Yeah, or we can do it later, it doesn't matter actually. Yep. We need to open our oil pump and see what's going on there. Because this engine was struggling with the low oil pressure, the oil pump has to be replaced, or checked, or this pump has to be Here is oil pump from n55 engine, and the biggest problem what you can have, you could have after rod bearing span, you could have scratches here in this surface. Also this thing is located here inside the pump, and it could have scratches in this surface or here in these small flaps. So what I done, I took this plate, this cover, and I found the glass, and I used 1000 sandpaper, and I sanded down slowly, carefully. You can use actually the glass So here are scratches, and you can see here is one deep, but most of them are gone. You just need 1000 sandpaper. You can put it on the glass on a flat surface. Even this moving, you can sand it and make it 100% perfect. All the scratches. So the surface is 100% flat. So also I have special tools to measure it that is flat, and there is no scratches. So you don't feel it with the finger, no scratches at all. And this is you can do by yourself at home, no problem. Second thing is we need to check the scratches here. So at the bottom we don't have any scratches, the surface is good. So usually after on bearings pump, some small pieces of metal go inside and destroy this pump. So I search all. So you cannot do it with the power steering pump, but with the engine pump you can easily replace the central mechanism. So I searched all pieces one by one, and I found that one of them have very deep scratch, very big dent or scratch. Yeah, I searched, and I found that one of them has, yeah, this one. So you can feel it with the fingernail that it is biting. So this part needs to be replaced. So another problem is this very difficult to find n55 oil pump for parts. So I knew from the previous experience it's possible to swap this part from n54 engine or from n52 engine. They are 100% same. This mechanism is a little bit different. This valve is a little bit different. The shape of the pump is a little bit different. The spring, the inlet and outlet for the oil is different, but this part is same. So you can go to your some pick and pull and took n54 oil pump and install this part. This is very important thing. Why? So of course here is the upper side. This dot means that this is upper side. So what I will do, I'm gonna show you now, guys. I will relocate my camera. So guys, what I will do, I will take this part carefully, so there is no dust, there is no sand, and clean it very good. And I will install it here. Okay, one by one. You can install it slowly, carefully. Okay, so it's go like this. So it is 100% same, the shape, the clearance, it is, you know, it is very cool stuff. So you can swap. So this is my original one, so I found from n54 engine in very good shape. So right now this pump is in perfect condition. So next step, the last and the finish step is clean this surface, so there shouldn't be any dirt. there should be any dirt. Also here shouldn't be any dirt. Clean it, check the surface so you don't see, and also you can take the lubricant and put some oil inside in this area. This pump will not work without oil, because after start it will easy catch the oil. And last step in this build is to put the cover. Just hammer it a little bit, very slowly, carefully. So it goes like this. And the final step is to use original screws. So guys, I'm gonna show you the scratches in the flaps. So here are two scratches here. One is here and second is here. And found more in this place right here. Right here is very deep scratch. It is bad. Yes, you can see. There is scratch, big scratch. So yeah, this stuff goes in the garbage. Yeah. Don't try to sand it down. Yeah, it works with the engine pumps. You can replace that unit, but it doesn't work with the power steering pump for the steering, because this flap has sharpness with the special angle. So if you try to fix that, you will fail. But with the oil pump, it's possible to do that. So guys, I installed the oil pump, replaced this bolt. I'm using steel bolts because I don't like aluminum, they are much better. Yeah, on the second generation they replaced the bolt for the steel, but the first generation doesn't have steel bolts. Also I installed this guide for the oil pump and the vacuum pump. So here is special locking mechanism. So you need to install this tool and press the tensioner and install this thing. After we will install the timing chain guides, we will take it off this mechanism. Also, yeah, so we need to install this bolt, and after all this stuff we will tighten this bolt, and this bolt also needs to be tightened. So yeah, you need to install this sprocket. This sprocket goes like that, so the T's, the sprockets here, goes to the so here is our mechanism. So you can see here is special tool for timing for chain installation, and usually it's broken because it's old, crispy. So my suggestion is to buy brand new. Yeah, and here is the locking pin for the tensioner. Start everything like that. Next will go the timing chain. Yeah. After we reinstalled everything, we need to clean all the stuff, and yeah, we're ready for installation, for final installation. So to the front side of the engine. And after that, we can install it like that. Look like that. And we need to clean this also, our hub. Need to clean our hub. Okay. Next we will push it here. Start like that. Yeah, and we have here a little bit of room to release the. So next we will take off this plastic because it's broken, and we need to take it off. We need flat screwdriver. I always cannot find this flat screwdriver. Okay. Okay, good. So I took it off because it was broken, and it only for installation. So next, what we need to do, we need to take off this locking mechanism for the this for the tensioner, for the oil pump and vacuum pump tensioner. So here's the thing, we can do it like that. We have a lot of room. We need just the pliers. We need the pliers. Where are the pliers? So next we need to release this. We need to take this off. And now it's almost installed. Yeah, that's good. That is very, very good. Cool. Next we need to tighten this stuff, 100 Newton meter, and after that 180 degree of angle. Good. The 100 newton-meters, and then we need to rotate with the 280 degree of angle. It's a lot actually, so you need to use again this very big ratchet or something, because it's impossible to tie it with this stuff. Здесь. So guys, we need to mark it here, and it will be 360, but we need to do like that, maybe 360, and we need 280. I don't remember. I need to check in the computer. Guys, you need second person to tight it. Okay, good. Then blow it with the air a little bit. Oh yeah, it is. This ring is very important. So it goes first on the hub, and yeah, unfortunately, you cannot buy it used, this ring, only brand new. Next we will install this stuff, and we need bolt. So guys, I will use thread locker just in case, I don't know. And hope this time we will get it. Oh yeah, we will install it like it should be. Good. And this also needs to be tightened. I will tighten it later or now, we'll see. It needs to be tightened also. Small goes here. And usually I tied it by hand. I feel when it stops. Good and tight. German specification, good and tight. Yeah, good. I disassembled the vanos. This is intake. Yeah, you can unscrew the screws. This plastic thing goes here. Yeah, and you can check it if it has some scoring or damage or it's locked. So I usually put a little bit of oil there, just in case. Yeah, how to assemble. Here's the spot where this plastic was. So usually you have here, as you can see in this area, here is some wear, and you can easily install it back like it was before. Also here we have some hole, also easy to understand. Yep, good. Yeah, it's good. So next we need to, so these balls are for some metal, very strong. I think titanium, it's not aluminum. They changed. First generation was aluminum, they was breaking always. So okay. Next we need to take our ratchet and tie them. So, and after that, after all, we need to tighten it. Oh, I usually tighten it in the hand. It is good enough, in my opinion. Okay, just hold it in your hand. Oop, and don't break them. Just you need to feel how to tie them. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, be careful. They done specially so people could not replace it. Okay, good, good. One more time, good. So, we have good working intake camshaft. So how we know that intake is Einlass? Here's EIN. In German it's Einlass intake. So install it like that. Push it. Yeah, good. Good. Next we need to install these bolts. Like that. My suggestion, always begin with the hand, by hand, because you can not match the thread, and after that you will have problem. Oh, and about 8 Newton meters, but I feel when it stops Definitely stopped. Good. Next we will install the intake, install the tool, and tighten these two bolts. Install the tensioner, and it will be ready almost. Yeah. I installed. I checked the exhaust funnels. It looked good. Tool goes here. Good. Screw this bolt in. And this bolt in. And these two more bolts needs to be also installed. And the tensioner. So after that we need to take something like that and align. Oh, it's aligned by itself. No problem. And always begin with the finger because you can damage the thread. So you need to begin with the finger. And after that we will take 10 millimeter and screw it in. Good. 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 A little bit here. Good. 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 So regarding this tool, so there is special, like you can, I done a lot of these engines, so the best way to screw this bolt and then tighten it so you can, until it will be tight here. So you don't need, so with the, just with the fingers tighten it, and you feel that it's good and tight. After that we will tie these two bolts. Some people use the torque wrench in order to torque this bolt. I don't know, actually. I just release it, and with the finger, don't try to like with the hand, just with the finger. When it goes with the finger, when it stops. So as you can see, it's very tight timing chain. It is enough. You can actually use without any tool, just screw the tensioner and install it, but it is more comfortable because it tight, it turn the against the clockwise, it turn the valves against the clockwise, and it's tight and properly installed. So next we will tighten these two bolts. 20 Newton meters. Newtons and 180 degree of angle rotation. We will take this to. Guys, I finished the engine. I tied these bolts, installed the tool, installed the front seal, rear seal. I installed harmonic balancer, I installed these caps. Yeah, I install also these sensors. So these coil units for spark plugs. Got these units I installed. There is a very thin metal gasket, like, so you can clean it and install apply a very thin layer of silicone. It also works, or without that. Yeah, I installed these balls closing the cylinder block. Installed these bolts right now, and yeah, here's the thing. So after you will finish your engine,
here is the thing. Here is a very, very interesting thing. Because your valve doesn't have no oil, so you will hear clicking noise, and this noise is normal. Check this out, guys. Do you hear that? This noise is from Vanos, and this is pretty normal. So it says that everything works perfectly. If you will hear this click, it means that the Vanos is without the oil, empty, and it's fine. So one more time, you will hear the clicking noise. That all means that everything is working fine. Yeah, intake ports are clean, as you can see. I cleaned them. I installed oil pan and brand new balls. Oil pan also was washed. I installed pickup tube there inside under the valve cover. Yeah, so that's it, guys. So the engine is ready to go. Of course, the buyer will install also valve cover with the gasket, but he brought me the engine without the valve cover in order not to damage during the shipping, because the valve cover could be damaged in the shipping. Yeah.